guess I'll make this video here because why not? But Christmas pageant movie review, right? For that movie, it was good. It wasn't bad actually, and I guess it's somewhat of a religious movie. It has religious undertones, and I feel like I guess it's meant to paint it in a good light, but it's not preachy with it. If anything, actually, the people in the film, they don't kind of subscribe to their own values in some sense because they're very mean and condescending and judgmental to Herman kids. That we actually never see their parents, or at least their mom, because I guess there's no dad present in the picture, and there's a mention of mom, but mom's not present either. And the girl, she's narrating as an adult, but we see her as a child. And I'm guessing this movie takes place in like 1980s or 1990s. Like it takes place back then, does it? Actually, it probably is the 80s now that I think about it. I didn't realize that until we got to the end of the film, where we see her as an adult, like an older adult as well, in the same church actually. So she never left the town. She like stayed there her life, I guess, or for a good chunk. Emmanuel. That this film is it's like nondescript, the town, right? But it's not a coincidence that the town is named Emmanuel, because that also has religious meaning to it. In the town, I guess it's the church is a big part in this town. And I guess it's just a Christian church. There's no denomination denoted with the town. I think they said churches with an S, but they might have also just said church, like not singular, and so there's like one main church. But anyway, yeah, the Herman kids, apparently they're like the worst people in the world. It's a tongue-in-cheek movie, right? It's PG-13, so, and it feels that way, has that vibe. Nobody's getting, like when they curse, the audio beeps, it doesn't beep out, it just doesn't play any audio. When they curse or they say God's name in vain, except for the major part, when she says, Mom, my God, oh God. That part doesn't get, because I guess it would be awkward to like that silent, but when they're doing the introduction about the kids, like, oh, this is what the kids do. They smoke, they say God's name in vain, they hit each other, they hit other kids, they steal lunches, they're bullies. And they do some bad things, but the film, obviously, it's dramatizes it. That they're just the worst people in the world, these children. And what's her name? Emojine, that's her name. She's like, basically, she is their mom. She's the leader of the gang. The breadwinner, well, not the breadwinner, but she has to step up to the plate, basically, and then be the authoritative figure for all the children in the house. And she's one girl, she's got a little sister, actually, but the rest of the kids in between them, they're all boys. All boys, and so, when they're, maybe perhaps that toughens her up as well. Having that gender imbalance. And what was I thinking in my head? The main character, her mom, she takes on the pageant because it's utterly, and her mom is like belittled too, actually. This town, it's all about like people being perfect. I guess like there's certain people, they're supposed to be they're the perfect moms, and they're the moms that have it together, or it's kind of like high school, is it? In this movie. And I guess this kind of reminds me of the Dare God, It's Me, Margaret, because that film had the similar vibe where like her mom was getting Margaret's mom in that movie. I want to say she was sort of like the not so put together mom, or to some degree she was an artsy mom, like, or like the odd mom out. And with this film, it feels like that's the same premise. This mom, I don't even remember what her name was, actually. But the main character's mom, she has that same, I guess, trope where she's the odd mom out. So, of course, she takes on the challenge to do the pageant, and it doesn't go well. Like, exactly what you expect. I mean, you see the trailer, you know what to come, so it's just a matter of seeing how it plays out. But it was the daughter, I guess, that saved the day, because she wasn't going to come back. And but she does come back, and they do that whole thing. They don't interrupt or act up. And I guess the kids had an interest in God, and that's the lesson of the film. Learning about God makes you like better or something. I don't know. It's and we get like little introductions, not introductions, but updates at the end of like what's happening, and sort of that must mean that that movie's over there. But no, we get kind of like, hey, this is what happened to the kids and whatnot. This is what they became of. And one of the kids, the older boy, he becomes a pastor, actually, ironically enough. He becomes a pastor. But the other ones, they don't, I guess, amount to much, if anything. One kid goes to jail. I think it's 1 out of 6. There's 6 of them. And one of them goes to jail. That's sad, but it is what it is it? And, well, that's all there really is to say about that. Adding this bit to wrap it up. Yeah, Christmas pageant, best one ever. It was good. I liked it. It was a nice film. It was a nice watch. It's nothing fantastic, but it's, for what it is, it's decent. And I guess the main character, she was more touched by the pageant than anyone else. Or the town learned, like, hey, don't judge people or don't write people off, I guess. Maybe that's kind of the lesson with the film. Because at the end, everybody was like crying and they said, oh, it's the best pageant ever, the 75th one. And we see the picture that they take for every pageant. And they have hers there on the wall, on like its own column, actually, like building that supports the church, whatever. But and we can see other pictures, so they continue doing the pageants. And even at the end of the film, she's doing auditions for another pageant, but she gives a story about the Hermans as inspiration as to why you want to be a part of it. Like, okay, but it works for the kids because they get all excited for it. I think some of the parents, even they were crying when she was telling the story. But it sounds like we don't ever, like, the Hermans didn't come back to church. They only came the one time, and that was it. But I guess they really left a mark on the community that one time or something. So, what's the lesson in the film? I don't know. But it was a nice watch nonetheless. Thank you for listening.